Moreover, I think it's creepy. I think there's something a little eerie about a bride. If I describe to you a bride independent of the context of a wedding. Dun, 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 dun. Be mine forever. Till death do us part. The pace with which the bride walks is unnerving, right? You don't tend to see this gait independent of a haunting. However, the bride moving slowly is the least creepy of the options, because let me ask you this, Nashville. What's creepier, okay? A veiled woman walking toward you at this pace? Or this running at you? What happened to that bride? Oh no, she jumped into that mirror. I want to cover my face. 2 hours in hair and makeup just to be like, all right, let's get you covered up. Cover that shit. I would have worn the veil over my face if it was like really important to my mom. Like if that was like, that meant everything to her. I would have done it if she begged me. She was like, I covered my shit, and your grandma covered her face, and your grandpa, we're a progressive family, he covered his face. I would have done it, but I would have had a tood about it. I would have put the flap down and be like, you may kiss the bride. And he'd lift it, I'd be like, you know it's me, motherfucker. You know it's me. We Ubered here together. I watched you hit split fare. You know it's me. Unpopular opinion. Actually, popular opinion, just unpopular, publicly declared sentiment. Getting married is not that much fun. Yeah. You're not allowed to say that, especially if you're a woman, God forbid, over 30. Like, well, you're just lucky that the Lord sent you someone to put up with your shit. Kissing your dog on the mouth, stop taking videos. There is a world where you can admit that something is difficult, but also love the byproduct of it. I love my husband, but the wedding part is exhausting. It is a physical and mental and financial just gauntlet. Even down to the last minute. The wedding itself, the whole year is exhausting planning, and it's fun, you love your mom, but it's the whole thing. But even just the day of, let's talk about the day of. What happened on the day of your wedding, girls, right? You had to prepare for it. Like you woke up early, just want to greet the sun. Got up at like 6, like when your dad gets up. Right? What, you meditated? I just want to be centered, right? You worked out like it matters day of. It doesn't. It doesn't. You're not going to lose any weight at the buzzer. It's not going to. It's never going to happen. What did you do? You did your little workout, and then you got your makeup done and your nails and a massage and a colonic and a hyperbaric chamber and a hyperbolic chamber. Amazing. And you got a situation room and a silence cone and a shame corner and a Reiki healing, and you went ghost hunting. You did all this stuff. What did your husband do on your wedding day? I'll tell you. He woke up like whenever. Went out to eat with his buddies, something tasty, doesn't matter if I'm fat, because I'm a funny guy. Went. Who cares if it's bloated? Right? Then he went and got a haircut on the day of the wedding. What faith you have in this barber. went out, had a drink, went home, jerked off, took a dump. Who says you can't lose weight, right, fellas? Says you can't lose weight day of. Yeah. Probably about 500 grams. He took a nap. He woke up to an alarm labeled "Wedding for You?" ? He barely made it. The bride, it just doesn't seem like the bride is having as much fun as everyone else because she is the one that planned it and she wants everything to be perfect. They don't tell you that when you have a wedding, you have to plan every moment because people, when they get in a group, it's mob mentality and they don't think like they normally would, okay? So you would think logically, like, we said I do in this room, and that room's got food on tables. Should go from A to B, shortest distance, no problem. People are walking into walls like Sims, like... You have to shepherd them, you have to coordinate it. Everything you do has to have coordination. People have to be led, and you have to plan for these moments that seem organic. I will give you an example. So if you're the couple that wants that moment where after you say I do and you run out of the religious part and you get announced into the room, right? If you're the couple that wants to have the DJ to everyone at the party, be like, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Raccoon. And you're like, yeah! All your babies, yeah! If you want that moment, you have to plan for it. Meaning, if you want that reveal, you, after you say I do, have to haul ass out of that room, go to a fucking broom closet in a Ramada Inn, sign away, your goat's his chicken, stamp it, kiss me, okay. Then you go and you take your couples pictures. And while you're doing that, they're setting up the party room and you have to provide a cocktail hour for your guests. So it's 3 parties, the party they're going to, this party, and then the one they had before. Okay, they're gonna liquor up to listen to YMCA. So they're there. And you have to provide that party, a party that you're paying for, that you're not invited to. My wedding planner was like, so did you want to do like an oyster bar for your guests? I was like, do I get to eat the delicious oysters? She's like, no, you're going to be in the closet taking pictures. You don't get to partake. I'm like, then they can eat corn dogs and wait in their cars. Okay? Tapped out. Tapped out. It just felt like the bride is the last one to have fun, even if you have a fun ceremony. Some couples like that. Some couples like a quiet spiritual ceremony with crying and saying, I'm sorry. Some people like a fun service. Like some people like to dance. Like white people love to come down the aisle to that Bruno Mars song. Like, hey baby, I'm gonna marry you. Marry you. The bridesmaids and the groomsmen, one who was like a cheer captain in middle school was like, we go up, you go down, hit it, go, Cougars, marry you. And then you do it. And it's the whole thing, right? So everyone has fun with this. So the first ones that come down, girls, it does not matter who you marry. Every man has the same group of friends. Every man has the same groom pod, okay? First one to come walking down that aisle, every man's got that one friend that's too big, okay? He's like 6'9", his name is Donk. He's just like... walking on 2 snapped Achilles and all head injuries. Everyone's, oh, Donk's doing the choreography, barely. It's so go, Donk. Put that baby down. Donk is hungry. Then the funny friend. Every man you date will have that one friend that's funny. He never shuts up. His name is Daniel. And he comes down the aisle. Oh, yeah. And he doesn't see a congregation. He sees an audience. So he's going up to your nana like, oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Right? And they're loving it. You're loving it. He's like, yeah. And the more they laugh, he's like, uh-oh. And he goes off book. He's like, yeah, I do the sprinkler and whatever the hell this is. And they're loving it, and people are laughing at your wedding. The bride's not even there yet. Everyone's having a good time. She's in the back breathing into a fucking paper bag. Everyone's like, Daniel's so funny. And then they turn to me, isn't Daniel funny, Iliza? Oh, you're doing it. Bravo. Move your dick more. This is great. Daniel's so funny. Iliza, isn't Daniel funny? He should have been a comic. Yeah, and he could have been. But something happened his senior year at Duke, and the girl never woke up. It turns out it was a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing, but he did have to defer for a year while his parents put together a legal defense fund. He didn't do anything wrong, but it didn't look very good to apply to other schools, so he deferred for a year, took some community college credits. He got that CPA degree. It's not the degree that he wanted, but he won't graduate on time, but he did graduate. There he is! The bridesmaids come down like, this is a strapless bra, this isn't fun. I slept with Daniel, marry you, marry you. Now the groom comes down and he's in sunglasses. Oh, I'm in sunglasses. Isn't this funny? I'm indoors. What a juxtaposition. Oh, my sunglasses. Oh, I'm in sunglasses, which is an homage to Risky Business, which is a movie about what, Nashville? Hookers. Marry you. Everyone get serious. She's here. She was last. She missed out on all the fun. All I want is for brides to have fun. In 2020, that's my campaign. No foreign relations change, no tax refund, nothing like that, no tax reform, just brides having fun. I think I can win. So here's my idea for brides to have fun. If I tell it to you, will you promise to do it? Okay. Take 1 part red food coloring, 1 part corn syrup. Mix it in a bowl, a reusable bowl. Mix it, stick it in your mouth, back of the chapel. Dun, 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 dun. This is gonna be metal. You may kiss the bride. Girls, he lifts your flap. That's when you... Help me get back to the mirror. I do.